Hello, good morning, grade 6. Today we'll talk about Unit 3, Lesson 1, the solar eclipse. Okay? All of us know that sun emits heat and light. Okay? As we studied last year, grade 5, we know that light travels in straight lines. Okay? But when in a dark object gets away of sunlight, what will happen? It blocks a part of sunlight, forming a shadow for this object, such as like this tree. The formation of a shadow of a tree in a sunny morning when it gets in the way of sunlight. Okay? As the formation of a shadow of a celestial body, such as like our moon on Earth, when it lies on one straight line between Earth and the sun, what will happen? It blocks sunlight from Earth. It blocks sunlight from Earth. This phenomenon is called solar eclipse. This phenomenon is called solar eclipse. Today we'll talk about solar eclipse. We will know what is meant by solar eclipse and how it happened. Okay? So, what is meant by solar eclipse? It is an astronomical phenomenon which occurs when the Earth and the Moon and the Sun nearly on one straight line, which is the Moon in the middle. Okay? Again, it's an astronomical phenomenon which occurs when the Earth, the Moon and the Sun nearly on one straight line with the moon in the middle. Okay? As we know, the Earth revolves around the sun in an oval orbit. Okay? This astronomical phenomenon is seen in the morning only. Okay? At the same time, the moon revolves around the Earth in a smaller oval orbit. Okay? Sometimes during the rotation of the Earth and the moon comes between the sun and the Earth, as we watch in this picture. Okay? In one straight line, casting its shadow on the Earth and preventing sunlight from reaching the Earth. This is the solar eclipse. Okay? So again, what is meant by solar eclipse? It's an astronomical phenomenon which occurs when the Earth, the Moon, and the Sun are nearly on one straight line, with the moon in the middle. Okay? The solar eclipse consists of three main parts. Okay? Penumbra. What is meant by penumbra? Okay? It's a dark inner shadow area. It's the dark inner shadow area. When it happens, when the moon comes between Earth and the sun, but nearer to the Earth, during its rotation in its oval orbit, it appears equal in size to the sun. So it blocks sunlight totally from the area of Earth that lies in umbra. That lies in umbra area of the moon. Forming what? Total solar eclipse. Total solar eclipse. Number 2, part 2, penumbra. Penumbra. What is meant by penumbra? It's the faint outer shadow. The faint outer shadow area in which the partial solar eclipse appears. When the moon comes between Earth and the sun, but near to Earth during its rotation in its oval orbit, it blocks sunlight partially from the area of Earth that lies in penumbra. Area of the moon, forming partial solar eclipse. Part 3, when the moon comes between Earth and sun, but further from the Earth. It appears smaller than the sun. So it causes an annular solar eclipse. When it's happened, when the area of Earth that lies in Antumbra area of the moon. Okay, Antumbra area of the moon. So, the solar eclipse phenomenon occurs when the moon passes between the sun and the Earth, casting its shadow on the Earth's surface. Okay? The type of solar eclipse changes according what? To the distance between the moon and Earth. During its rotation in its oval orbit around Earth. So, we have 3 types of solar eclipse. Number 1, total eclipse. Number 2, partial eclipse. Number 3, annular eclipse. First, total eclipse. It's a type of solar eclipse in which we can't see the sun. Okay? Completely. And it's formed in the shadow area umbra. Okay? In the shadow area umbra. Okay? Of the moon. Number 2, partial solar eclipse. It's a type of solar eclipse in which we can see part of the sun, and it's formed in the semi-shadow area. It's called penumbra, okay? Semi-shadow area. Penumbra of the moon, okay? Number 3, annular solar eclipse. It's a type of solar eclipse in which the sun appears as a lighted ring. And it's formed when the moon is in a higher orbit from the Earth. Okay? Look at these pictures. Types of solar eclipse. Number 1, partial solar eclipse. Number 2, annular solar eclipse. Number 3, total solar eclipse. Okay, number 1, partial solar eclipse. It happens in semi-shadow area, penumbra. Okay, penumbra of the moon. Okay, annular solar eclipse. Annular solar eclipse in which the sun appears as lighted ring, and it's formed when the moon is in a higher orbit of the earth. Okay, number 3, total solar eclipse. We can't see the sun completely, and it's formed in the shadow area umbra. Okay, umbra of the moon. So the solar eclipse phenomenon doesn't last more than 7 minutes. Doesn't last more than 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Okay? Here we have safety precautions on observing the solar eclipse. Number 1, we mustn't look directly at the sun in ordinary days. We mustn't look directly at the sun in ordinary days because it emits a harmful rays. Okay? Because it emits harmful rays and infrared rays that affect the eye, retina, and may cause blindness. Okay? Number 2, doctors advise us to use special glasses to observe the solar eclipse. Why? Because the outer solar corona emits ultraviolet and infrared rays. Okay? Thank you.